Okay, binomial question, binomial question in which your whole power will be missing. Whole power to be expanded is missing. That type of question we are going to discuss today. Okay. Before that, first of all, you have to understand the concept of factorial. The concept of factorial. What do you mean by factorial? Okay. For instance, if I am saying 7 factorial, it means 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That's your 7 factorial. Okay. If I'm going to say 4 factorial, so it means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. That's your first part. Right. Okay. Or if I'm saying, for instance, 9 factorial, then 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. That is the thing which we can do over here in factorial. 7 factorial is there, 4 factorial is there, and 9 factorial is there. Okay. So 3 factorials are written in front of you. Okay. Now the second thing what we can do over here. See, what is 4 factorial equals to? 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. It is like that. 4, 3, 2, 1. So this thing which is written over here, 7 factorial equals to 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Can I write it like this? 7 factorial equals to 7 into 6 into 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1 equals to 4 factorial. So I can write it like this. Okay. At any point, I can convert anything into factorial. I could have taken it from here 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 factorial. I could have taken from here 7 into 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I could have written it 7 factorial, 7 into 6 factorial. In the same way, this one is written. 9 factorial equals to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, and you can see 7 factorial is equals to what? 7 factorial is equals to this. So, 9 factorial can be written as 9 into 8 into 7 factorial. It's all depend what's your condition is asking for. If your condition is asking for the whole thing, you will expand it till the whole thing. Otherwise, you can at any point I can convert it into factorial form. Now, for instance, I'm saying that I have got 10 factorial. Okay, so 10 factorial means 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 till when it is going to be happening. But I said, I just want it with 10 multiple. So 10 multiplied by, I can write it like this. So 10 multiplied by 9 factorial or 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 till 1, things will be same. There is no change over there. Okay. This is your first concept of factorial. Now, the next thing, like I have done 7 factorial. You guys have seen it. 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. Now I'm going to do it with another thing. How? For instance, I have got 7 factorial. So what is happening? It is reducing by one number at a time. Okay. So 7 minus 0. 7 minus 1. 7 minus 2. 7 minus 3. 7 minus 4. 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5. 7 minus 6. And that's it. Okay. Basically, this thing can also be written like this. See, can I write it like this? Okay. Either you can write it directly, but you have to keep the concept. What is going on over here? 7 into 0, 7 minus 1, 7 minus 2, 7 minus 3, 7 minus 4, 7 minus 5, 7 minus 6. Okay. That is how basically we are going to work with factorial. Okay. Now, you guys will say, sir, what is the benefit in this one? Okay. We know that if it is 5 factorial, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we have to subtract it one by one, or we have to reduce it one by one and then multiply it. 15 factorial, 15, 14, 13, 12 till 1, everything is going to be multiplied. So basically over here I'm just giving you concept by using number. Okay, because when we are going to have unknown powers, unknown whole power, I'm going to use algebra. So first of all, you have to get the understanding from here, and then you have to go for algebra. How? Now see, first thing, the last number which is over here, I haven't written 7 minus 7. I have stayed till 7 minus 6. It means when you are working with factorial, the last number which is being subtracted is always one number less than your given number. For instance, if I am writing 5 factorial, so 5 minus 0, 5 minus 1, 5 minus 2, 5 minus 3, 5 minus 4. Will I go for 5 minus 5? No. One number lesser than your factorial number. That will result 5 factorial equals to 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, this is how we are going to expand our number, right? Now let's talk about this thing with the help of algebraic values or variables. Now, for instance, they are giving us that we have to solve it by using, I have to find a factorial of n factorial. Okay, n can be a number, right? So when we are saying n factorial, how will I write it? How will I see n minus 1? Okay, first one n minus 0, then n minus 1, then n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4, and that will go on till infinity. Okay, the way we were doing 7 factorial or 5 factorial, the same way I'm going to do this one. Now, what about the last one? Last thing. Last one, what I have told you, that the last one is always one number less than your this value. So, how will I write it? N minus n minus 1. That will be your last value in the factorial to get your answer. Now, for instance, if I am saying that the value of n was 22. So, what will happen? This will become 22 factorial. This will be 22 minus 0, 22 minus 1, 22 minus 2, 22 minus 3, 22 minus 4, until the last one will be 22 minus 1 will become 21. Okay, so when we are going to expand this thing, we always expand it like this one. First of all, subtracting 0, then 1, then 2, 3, 4 till your last term. Okay. Okay. Now, for instance, I'm saying that you have to take a factorial of this one, and you have to take a factorial of this thing. Okay. Now see, what will happen over here? N minus 3 First of all, n minus 3 minus 0. Okay, first one. Then n minus 3 minus 1, n minus 3 minus 2, n minus 3 minus 3, n minus 3 minus 4, and this will go till infinity. I'm not going for the last one. Okay. Now, let's talk about this one. N minus 6 minus 0, n minus 6 minus 1, n minus 6 minus 2, n minus 6 minus 3, n minus 6 minus 4, n minus 6 minus 5, until infinity it will go. Okay. Let's simplify them. N minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5, n minus 6, n minus 7. Okay, let's simplify this one. So n minus 6, n minus 7, n minus 8, n minus 9, n minus 10, n minus 11 till infinity. Okay, this is n minus 3 factorial, and that is n minus 6 factorial. Okay. Now let us see. N minus 6, n minus 7, n minus 8, n minus 9, n minus 10, all of them are having negative values increased. Over here the values are increasing. But when I come over here, n minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5, n minus 6, n minus 7, n minus 8, n minus 9. So basically, after this point, this thing is getting revised. This thing is getting revised. N minus 6 is here, n minus 7 is here, n minus 8 will be there, n minus 9 will be there, n minus 10 will be there. So, instead of writing over here this thing, can I write it like this? I have written these three. After that, I know that this is going to be there. So after that, I'm not going to the last term. So can I write it like this? N minus 6 factorial. Instead of going for the next ones, I have written this and I have done it over here like this. Okay. I'm going to give you one more example so you can have a clear idea. Now, for instance, I'm having n minus 3 factorial and n minus 5 factorial. These are the two given to me. Okay. So if I will expand it, n minus 3 minus 0, n minus 3 minus 1, n minus 3 minus 2, n minus 3 minus 3, n minus 3 minus 4, and this will go on till I'm not going to reach the last one. Okay. So if I will simplify it, this will become n minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5, n minus 6, n minus 7, and till the end. Okay. I can go till the end, or at any point I can stop over there and I can put factorial also over there. It's my choice. Okay. Now, starting with this one. N minus 5 minus 0, n minus 5 minus 1, n minus 5 minus 2, and continue. Okay. So when I will simplify it to n minus 5, n minus 6, n minus 7, Okay. So now n minus 3, n minus 5. Two different type of numbers are written with factorial. Okay. And you can see when I'm expanding the large one means the one which is having a smaller number subtracted. That will be the large one. Because if n is 10, for instance, n is 10, so 10 minus 3 will be 7 and 10 minus 5 will be 5. Okay. So if I expand the large number over there, I will have the numbers repeated. Okay. These are two different type of numbers. One is a large one because a smaller number is subtracted from n, and the second one is the smaller one because a larger number is being subtracted from n. Okay, so whenever you have to expand this one, always remember the one which is having lower number subtracted will have that values where higher number are getting subtracted. That will be there. Okay. Now, just let me form a connection over here so you can understand your things quite easily. See, like in the previous examples, I've told you that whenever it is factorial, okay. Now see, I'm writing few values with a relation. 8 factorial divided by 5 factorial. Okay. So 8 factorial can be written as 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 upon 5 factorial can be written as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. This I can do over here. Or I don't want to do it like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 equals to 5 factorial. I don't want to write it like that into expanded form. I want to keep it in 5 factorial. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't want to write them in expanded form. I am writing them as 5 factorial. So what will happen? We know that 5 factorial and 5 factorial will be equal. So I can directly cancel them and I will have 8 into 7 into 6 as my simplified form. Okay. Okay, but why I am doing it like this? So we can do one thing more. For instance, I am giving you that you have to solve 1000 factorial divided by 999 factorial. 1000 factorial divided by 999 factorial. Okay. They are two very large number. If I'm going to do their factorial, if I'm going to expand them as a factorial, it will be very, very large number. So what can I do? 1000 factorial, 1000 into 999, then 998, 997, 996, 995, till 1. I'm not going till that end. Why I am stopping over here? Because I can see over here that is also 999 factorial. So I have stopped over there. And cancelling these two, my final answer will be equals to 1000. My final answer will be directly equals to 1000. Okay, let's do one more example. For instance, I am saying that I need 5000 factorial, okay, into 4996 factorial. This is given to me. Okay, so first of all, starting with this one, always starting with the large number factorial. So 5000 499, 499, 4998, 4997, 4996. As I have seen 4996 written over here, 4996 over here, I'm not moving ahead. I'm just writing a factorial over here, and 4996 factorial will be written cancellation, and this is going to be my answer. These two are being cancelled over here. Now I have given this relation. Okay. Right now I'm not going to tell you about the higher number. I'm not going to tell you about the smaller number. I'm just telling you to expand. Okay. So let's start with this one. N minus 7 factorial. Okay. So first of all, I will be writing n minus 7 directly, because whatever is the number, first of all we write that number. Then 1 subtracted from here, that will become n minus 8 factor. Okay. I have subtracted 1 from here, so n minus 7 minus 1 will become n minus 8. After that, n minus 9. Now I can see this is n minus 9, this is n minus 9. I will stop over here. I will not move ahead. Okay, I will not move ahead. And this will remain n minus 9 factorial, cancelled, n minus 7, n minus 8, that is going to be a simplified form. How will you figure it out? If you haven't got a number, if you have got some variable and you have to find the factorial of those variable, always go for that number which is having lower number subtracted. Like over here, 7 is subtracted from here, 9 is subtracted from here. Which number is lower? 7 is smaller. 7 is smaller, so you will expand 7 term. The term which is having, you will expand that factorial, you will not touch this one. Okay? One more example. N factorial, n minus 2 factorial. Okay, bhai? Sir has told us to expand that one in which the smaller number is getting subtracted. We have to expand that one, but which should we expand over here? Because only one number is showing minus 2, the other one number is not showing anything. So you can change it. N can be written as n minus 0. Can I write it like this? N, which is written over here, if I have to write that in a subtraction form without actually changing anything, n minus 0 factorial, n minus 2 factorial. Okay. Now which one should I expand? The higher one or the lower one? Which one is having a smaller number subtracted? This one is having a smaller number subtracted. So I will expand this one. I will not expand this one. Because in this line, this will come. But in this line, this will not come. Okay. So n minus 0 into n minus 1, n minus 2. As this one and this one are same, as soon as this one and this one is same, put a factorial over there, n minus 2 factorial. Okay, cancellation, n into n minus 1, the most simplified form. Okay. Now, example number 10 of chapter number 14. Example number 10 of chapter number 14. The example says that n 1 plus 1 over 4 whole power n. This is a bracket given to us, okay, which I have to expand. Now they are saying that the third term of the binomial expansion, the third term of this binomial expansion is twice of the fourth term, is twice of the fourth term. Okay, this is given to us. First relation, T3 is 2 times of T4. That's the thing given to us. And they are saying find the value of n. I have to find the value of n. That's the question. That's the most simplest question in finding the value of n. First of all, I have to go with third term. Third term, T3. Okay, if third term is given, T3 is given, it means the value of R will be 2. Because I have told you guys that in when we are talking term number in binomial expansion, it is always about one number, let R is always one number less than term number. R is always one number less than term number. So how will I write it? T2 plus 1 equals to n. N I don't know. N I don't know. C, okay. And R I know over here. What is R? Right? Then formula. Okay, I'm writing first formula. TR plus 1 equals to NCR A N minus R into BR. Right? So N I don't know. C, it's a combination, I will tell you. And 2, R is 2, so I have written 2. What does A represent? A represents the first term of the bracket. So first term is 1, then n minus r. N is unknown, r is 2. After that, b. What is b? b is your second term, 1 over 4. And r is given to us as 2. Right? So simplifying it, T3 equals to n value is missing, NCR, NC, not R, NC2 into 1 with any power, 1 with power 0, 1 with power 1, 1 with power 2, 1 with power 1000. That will always equals to 1. So I'm not including it in the product form. Okay. And then this one will be 1 over 16. This will be equals to 1 over 16. So I have got NCR. Now, what does NCR represent? NCR represents a formula. What is the formula? The formula is n factorial over n minus r factorial into r factorial. In previous questions, I was not telling you this because in those questions, n were given. Either r were missing or we have to find the value of r. That was the scenario. So we were not reading this thing. But the problem is now that n is missing. I have to get the value of n. How will I do it? See, it's written T3 n NC2. What is 2 representing? 2 is representing the value of r. 2 is representing the value of r over here. Okay, I'm writing it over here, beta, so I could have more space. T3 equals to n, the value of n is not given, so n factorial over n minus, what's the value of r? The value of r is 2. The value of r is 2, so 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Then 1 over 16. Okay? Okay. After this, now the comes part in which we have done factorial concept. I'm going to apply. See, T3 equals to n factorial over n minus 2 factorial. 2 factorial will be equals to 2 and multiply by 16. This will come 1 over 32. Okay. Now I have to expand this one. Which one I will expand? This is n factorial, means this is n minus 0 factorial. I can expand this part. N into n minus 1 into n minus 2. As soon as I have seen that okay, it is equals to denominator, I will stop over there. Divided by n minus 2 factorial multiply by 1 over 32. That will remain as it is. Okay, cancelling this one and this part. So my T3 value is coming n into n minus 1 over 32. That is my T3 working over here. Okay. Now what they were saying, T3 is twice of T4. So I am writing T4 over here. When I will go for T4, it means the value of R will be 3. Right? So writing it in the form of formula, 3 plus 1 equals to, again, n is not known, NC3 A, which is 1, n minus 3 B, that is 1 over 4 whole power cube. Simplified further, T4 equals to NC3. This will be gone and this will become 1 over 16. Okay, this will become 1 over 16, right? Again applying formula, T4 equals to NC3, applying this formula, n factorial over n minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial multiply by 1 over 64. Okay. Now shifting it over here, T4 equals to n factorial n minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial will be what? 3 factorial will be 3 into 2 into 1, that will be 6. So when I will be multiplying 6 with 3 factorial will be 6 multiplied by 64. The result is going to be 1 over 384. Keeping it like that, again simplifying, this will be expanded n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3. Right? As soon as I've seen, okay, n minus 3 is there, stop it over there, factorial. N minus 3 factorial multiply by 1 over 384. Right? This will be cancelled. See, I haven't multiplied these two over here. I've kept it like this. The same thing I'm going to do over here. T4 equals to n minus 1, n minus 2 over 384. That's your T4 value. Okay, that's your value of T4, right? Now they are saying that T3 is twice of T4. Okay, this is the thing given to me. So what is T3 given to me? n minus 1 over 32 equals to 2 times, and then T4 value is n minus 1, n minus 2 over 384. Okay, see, these two will be cancelled, right? So, and I'm shifting 384 over here. So 384 over 32 multiplied by 2 equals to n minus 2. Okay, this I have got. So when I'm going to simplify it, what will be my answer? When I'm going to simplify it, what will be my answer? My answer will be 384 divided by 64. The answer is coming 6. N minus 2. Shifting minus 2 over here. So 6 plus 2 equals to n. So the value of n is coming equals to 8, and that's your required answer over here. Now the question says that 1 plus 2x whole power n is an expansion, is a bracket in which the coefficient of x power 4, the coefficient of x power 4 is 10 times the coefficient of x square, is 10 times the coefficient of x square. This is given to me. Okay, and of course they are saying that we have to find the value of n. In this one I have to find the value of n. Now how I'm going to do it? Okay, first thing is that they are not telling us any term number are not given to me. Okay, so I can't just go with r. Also I can't go with r, so I have to get the value of r first in order to simplify it further. Okay, so how will I do that one? First of all, for coefficient of x power 4. Okay, so first thing what I'm going to do, I will expand this thing, not by all the terms, just I'm writing the general term. What's the general term? General term is tr plus 1 ncr an minus r b to the power r. That's my general term over here. Okay, now comparing it with this one, I don't have the value of r, so I'm writing tr plus 1. I don't have the value of n, ncr. Value of a I have got 1 n minus r, and then value of b is 2 to the power x whole power r. Sometimes a student goes for directly, okay sir, this is t is 4, so it can be third term or fourth term, or if it is t square, then it can be second term or third term. The student goes for that thing directly. Sometime it can be correct, but sometime it cannot be. Why? Because if inside the bracket they are giving us only single term of x written on the second term with power 1, then you can go directly. Okay, but the thing is that for instance, if they are giving me any term other than 1, or they are giving us 2 terms of x, okay, so or this is given in the first term position, so you can't go directly, so better to go in this way, the way I am solving it. Okay, so now tr plus 1 ncr will remain like this. 1 with any power will have no issue, it will always be 1, and in a product form 1 will have no effect, so I'm just removing it into 2 to the power r x to the power r. Okay, right. So now I have got this thing written. I have got this one. They have asked for x4, they have asked for x square. So first of all, for x square, what will I do? I will take this one, x to the power r, comparing it with x to the power square. Bases are same, both sides are same, so the value of r will be 2. Okay. In the same way, for x power 4, x power r equals to x power 4. Both sides are equal because equals to sign are there. Bases are same. So it means the value of r equals to 4. Okay. The value of r is coming 4. Right. Now, plotting my values of r one by one over here. Okay. First of all, I will put 2 and then I will put 4 over here. So when I am going to plot 2, t2 plus 1 equals to nc2, then 2 square into x square. T3 equals to nc2, I don't know, so I'm keeping it like this, and this will become 4x square. Okay, that's my first working. Now, going for the next one. This I have got. Okay, after this, putting this one over here, t4 plus 1 equals to nc4 into 2 to the power 4 over x power 4. Okay, simplifying it, so this will become t5 nc4. 2 to the power 4 will be 16. 2 to the power 4 will be 16 x4. That's your second. Now what they have said? They have said coefficient of x power 4. What's the coefficient of x power 4? That is nc4 into 16. That's your coefficient of x power 4. I am not taking x power 4 because they are saying only the coefficient word. So I have taken the coefficient nc4 into 16 equals to 10 times of coefficient of x square. What's the coefficient of x square? nc2 into 4. That's the coefficient of x square. Okay. First of all, I am going to simplify numbers, and after that I am going to simplify the combination of nc with numbers. Okay. So nc4 written as it is into 16 divided by 10 into 4 equals to nc2. 4 ones are 4, 4 fours are 16, and 2 over 5. So now I am having 2 over 5 equals to multiply by nc4 equals to nc2. This I have got. Okay. Now expanding it with the formula which we have done yesterday, NCR equals to n factorial over n minus r factorial into r factorial. Okay, so same formula I am going to apply over here. 2 over 5 will remain as it is. NC4 means n factorial over n minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial equals to n factorial n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay, everything is clear. Now n factorial and n factorial will be cancelled, right? What will be remaining over here? 2 over 5. Okay, what's this setting? N minus 4 factorial, I am shifting it over here. N minus 4 factorial, I am shifting it over here. And 2 factorial, I am shifting it over here. So all the numbers will be on one side and all the n's will be on the other side. So when I will shift it over here, this will become 2 factorial over 4 factorial equals to, shifting it over here, n minus 4 factorial over n minus 2 factorial. Okay. So now what I am going to do? 2 over 5 into 2 factorial will be 2. 4 factorial will be 4 multiplied by 3, 12. 12 to the 24. 24 into 1 will be 24 equals to Now n minus 4 factorial and n minus 2 factorial. Which is going to be expanded? These are the two, and I have to expand only one. So what I have told you, when I will expand this one n minus 4 factorial, this will be n minus 4, n minus 5, n minus 6, n minus 7, n minus 8, n minus 2 will never come in that. So I'm keeping n minus 4 factorial as it is. I'm not changing anything over there. But n minus 2 factorial, n minus 2, n minus 3, and then n minus 4 factorial that I have got over here. So n minus 4 factorial and n minus 4 factorial will be cancelled. 2 ones are 2. This will become 6. So 1 over 30 equals to 1 over n minus 2 into n minus 3. Okay. Now taking them as a reciprocal, n minus 2 and n minus 3. So now solving these two, this will become n square minus 3n minus 2n plus 6. Okay, so this will become n square minus 5n, and this shifted over here, that will become minus 24 equals to 0. Okay. Now middle term breaking, n square minus 8n plus 3n minus 24 equals to 0. N common, n minus 8 plus 3 common, n minus 8 equals to 0. So n will be minus 3 or n will be equals to 8. This cannot be part of, so n equals to 8. That's your final answer in this question. Okay.